morning has broken, my windows are open. Wanna feel the wind blow through my hair. Which way do I follow? What happens tomorrow? I turn to you and hope you can guide the way. Sometimes I give up, just wanna be on my own. Even in the darkest times, you give me hope. So I lean on you when I've lost my way. I keep holding on for a better day. I lean on you when the world's astray. I left my heart open so you hear my prayer. I left my heart open so you hear my prayer. In times that are changing and when hope is fading, I know I can turn to your embrace. 'Cause there's so much beauty under your heaven, and I'm grateful every day. Sometimes I give up, just wanna be on my own. Even in the darkest times, you give me hope. So I lean on you when I've lost my way. I keep holding on for a better day. I lean on you when the world's astray. I left my heart open so you hear my prayer. I left my heart open so you hear my prayer. I lean on you and I lost my way. I keep holding on for a better day. I lean on you when the world's astray. I left my heart open so you hear my prayer. I left my heart open so you hear my
Hello, everyone. Um, Let me know if you can hear me because my mic's been acting crazy for some reason today. I just was watching one of the hearings for Erica Lawson. Had to completely unplug my mic to even be able to hear the courtroom. So, like I said, I'm not sure how I sound, but please let me know. Let me see here. Okay, thank you, Kim. Y'all, it took me a little bit to get in there, okay? Some people that have been around here know I'm real passionate about Elena Hembry's case. Elena Hembry was 17 months old. On July the 29th, she was taken to the Middlesboro ARH hospital. From there, she was sent to Tennessee Children's Hospital, and later, due to her injuries that she had obtained, she was put on a ventilator to keep her alive, but ultimately she passed away on July the 30th. Now, after this, her mom was arrested. She has been booked on $1 million bond. And she's had a couple hearings that we've heard of. We've got to watch some of them. And today, this one was a mess. In my opinion, it was a mess. It took me a little bit to get in there. Like I said, I wasn't able to hear the courtroom, so I was behind. But just as I was fixing to go live is when the defense said, every time I come in here, I'm being accused of being a liar. And they're talking about all the evidence that has been withheld from the defense. But I did get to actually record some of that hearing. Like I said, my mic was messing up, so I didn't really want to come right out and say I can't talk because I'm not sure if I'm muted right. So I apologize if you was in that chat and I wasn't responding, but that was why. Let me go to my channel here and we'll watch some of it where we can actually talk about it. See if I can pull her up. Okay, now. Hello, Duchess. Hello, Kim. Flies in the coastline. Thank you all. Let me see here. Kim, listen. Okay, here we go. Bear with me. But first off, I'm just going to say that this looked like bickering between attorneys backwards and forwards in the worst possible way, in my unprofessional opinion. But let's listen to a little bit of it.
Asking for. And I cannot, as a capital defense attorney, look at my client and say, I trust the government to turn these things over, because every time I show up, it said, we don't have it, you're a liar, Greg. When they do have it, and it gets turned over right after court, when the video cameras and the news cameras go into the ether, I cannot trust from a death penalty lawyer's perspective that these things are happening. And that is why I'm asking for all investigative material to be turned over to this court for an in-camera review to determine what evidence is exculpatory and what evidence is discoverable under both Brady obligations and Rule 7.2. This has gone on for so long that I am at the limit of what I can do. And it's a shame, because I don't walk into other courtrooms and say these things again. Wait, okay. And by the way, I heard about the statewide emails. So I can't trust it. Hey.
And I know it's showing this blurry thing. The only thing I can figure, because every time I've recorded these, it's kind of done this for some reason. I mean, when I look at it like this, you can see it. But he's saying that he can't trust the Commonwealth, right? And I kind of see where he's coming from, because if she is withholding evidence, and he'll go in to talk a little bit more about that here in a minute, but if she's withholding evidence from the prosecution, that worries me, because that is a Brady violation. And this is a 17-month-old child who deserves justice. So I think that this kid should be able to be defended, I mean, the best possible. There should not be no chances being took of a case being dismissed. And I know this firsthand because, well, some of you have saw the files with my uncle. But it worries me.
Hey, both of y'all.
Yes, Kim, he said death penalty, because that is what the Commonwealth has asked for. They have mentioned her getting the death penalty.
Stop with the personal attacks. I understand this is a emotionally charged case, and I understand you all are advocating.
It's already on.
Aggressively.
He just told him.
Hey, fellow citizen, thank you. I understand emotions run high and you all are working hard, but these personal attacks back and forth are not really helpful to moving the case down the road. I agree. What just a discovery conference, and if you want the court to moderate it, I will.
Okay, so the judge has recommended they do a discovery conference. Then they go into trying to get this discovery conference scheduled. But they were a part of the evidence that the defense was calling for was Facebook messages from the Commonwealth, Lisa Fugate. I personally, and like I said, this is just my little hillbilly opinion, but I don't think Facebook is where the Commonwealth needs to be contacting witnesses. It does raise my eyebrow to wonder, is she talking to someone that knows something? Is somebody finally going to speak up for this baby? Is somebody going to be her voice that can say, hey, I know this happened? Because, they go backwards and forward also on the Commonwealth saying that there was evidence of male DNA. And of course, we heard back in February that there was no male DNA present, which I have said from Jump Street, I don't know how in the world, just from, things that's been put out there on the internet, that would be possible. Now, what kind of tests they were doing, I don't know that. I don't know every bit of that. Oh, man. Okay, can anybody still hear me? Because everything just flashed up in here and quit. Y'all let me know in the chat. I'm going to go check on the babies. I'll be right back. Give me just a second. Okay, I'm back. I apologize about that, y'all. But I just don't think that reaching out on Facebook is a very professional way of going about it. And the defense, even for Erica, even mentioned that. So it really makes me wonder, what in the world are they doing? We've seen plenty cases where the defense drops the ball. Give me just a second. Okay, I'm sorry. I was talking away muted. That is what I did. I sit here and I ranted muted. Okay. Okay. This is Erica Lawson's hearing that she had today. I was able to jump on there. The reason it's blurred out is because it was a Zoom meeting, and I guess that's just something that happens when they do it. I don't know. But the Commonwealth is, well, the defense for Erica is saying that they have, I'll rewind it. They're saying that they haven't got all the evidence and they don't trust that the Commonwealth is giving them all the evidence. My question would be this: why in the world would they even keep all that from the defense? Because that would be a Brady violation. That would be a reason for Erica to get a second trial. And those of you that have, just for the small amount of time, heard me talk about my uncle's case, that's exactly what happened. He ended up getting the guy ended up getting a second trial and he walked because of Commonwealth's mistakes, I guess. That's what we can, I mean, that's the overview of what it's saying. But it worries me in this case that this is happening again because he flat out said, I do not trust that the Commonwealth is turning turning over everything. So now they're talking about having a discovery conference to make an inventory of the evidence. A, B, and C, and D on one side should also have the evidence on the other side. A, B, C, and D. They both should have the same thing. And my question is this: it has been a year and 5 days. This is a 17-month-old baby. Why have they not got an inventory already? And again, this is me ranting about it because I've got concerns. Give me your opinion. If you are worried that the Commonwealth is dropping the ball in this case for this baby, put a 1 in chat. I'm curious to know. Okay, plus, if you all are concerned that the Commonwealth, Lisa Fugate, is dropping the ball in Elena's case, put a 1 in chat. It has been a year and 5 days. 6 days. There was 31 days in July. So a year and 6 days. And I don't know about you all, but every time I watch this, and this is the second one I've been able to watch, it seems like they're not getting no further than they were back in February. Pay attention to this. He just said the DNA evidence that was collected in August was not disclosed to them till after Election Day. Why? Now they're arguing like children. Why? What is Kentucky taxpayers' money paying for if you can't check evidence? It is not a coincidence that you are able to check it after Election Day. This baby was 17 months old. 17 months old, you all. She was beaten, highly abused. And because of those injuries, she passed away on July the 30th of last year. And it seems like they're handling this case, no offense, but how they would a drunk driver, somebody with a DUI. To me, this is a shame. Now, you all have saw, most of you have saw where I have covered Elena's case before. Some of the things that have just been online are horrendous. The things that happened to this child is unspeakable. And she's saying they don't have time. They don't have time. I understand you don't have time to go in there every day and see if the DNA come back. But you just said you don't even have time to check once a month. Out of her mouth. So when I say that I think that this case is being mishandled, that's my opinion. I'm entitled to it. That's what it looks like. And at the end of this, when my phone went dead, they were setting a date for November because she's sending messages on Facebook to witnesses. Now, the judge don't seem to see a problem with that. But from a professional point of view, I think there's a big problem with that. For starters, if somebody tells you something on Facebook, how are you supposed to prove who is behind that keyboard? Whatever happened to good old-fashioned investigation? You know, where they knock on your door and say, hey, we need to speak. Whatever happened to that? These cases in Kentucky. Let me see. There's cases in Kentucky and other states that people need to be more observant and do a better job on cases. That is absolutely right, Chris. You are absolutely right. No, I mean, it worries me also that the judge is sitting there saying, well, she has a right to speak with witnesses. I understand that. She does. But on Facebook? So are you meaning to tell me that it's everything that I have turned in, but evidence has just been sent to me because it was showed to me on Facebook? You know, so often I have been the one right behind the mic that says, let's let law enforcement do their job. But the more and more we watch some of these cases, the more we see them drop the ball. All of these cases are important. They all need attention. And then we look at this hearing right here. The rest of it's on my channel, but we listen to this hearing right here. And basically, what you see is two attorneys bickering like high school children. And I don't know about you all, but I'm sick of that. It worries me. Right now, me and Michelle Macklin are looking at my uncle's case. And everything in that case, right down to the evidence, was mishandled. By who? Commonwealth of Kentucky. The same people that are sitting right here in the courthouse, going backwards and forwards like children, wanting to make motions about being able to show text messages through Facebook where an attorney is talking to witnesses. Again, I asked you, if I send Chris, for example, or Kiki, or Flies on the Coastline, if I send any of you a message on Facebook, can you 100% guarantee that it's me speaking? No. Do you know how many times I've been driving down the road? Somebody will message me, like in my family, what time will you be here? And I'll tell my daughter what time to type. Now, surely they thought that was me, but in reality, it was somebody else. This is ridiculous. And it's happening. There has been things that I don't even want to talk about on YouTube that has happened in this county since the last time I talked to you. For instance, some of the suspects are unalive. I think they need to do better. Not just them. TBI needs to do better too. We can say how great they are all day long. But when was the last time we was updated about Summer Wells? I'll wait. I was hoping, but they did file for a change of venue. So we'll see if that happens. Because every time they go in the courtroom, they act like children arguing backwards and forwards, and it don't seem like anything gets done. At the end of the day, on both of these hearings, and they're both on my channel, go back and watch them, it always ends in a we'll settle it on this day. Well, now, from February till today, that has come around, and we got another court date. Didn't hear anything no different than I heard back in February. The defense and the prosecution is lying. The prosecution saying the defense is lying. What in the world has this world come to when they're standing in a courtroom and that's all they can do? Exactly. I agree. They do need to do better. This case it's been one of them cases to me that even though if I'm not talking about it, it's not because I don't care. There's not been any updates. And how many times have we heard that on YouTube? Well, there's been no updates. Well, there hasn't in this case either. Unless it would be things that the town has done. It's sad. It's sad when there is a 17-month-old baby that needs justice. And it really don't feel like it's being done. I know Carol isn't in here right now, but as she was, she would tell you that this child needs justice. She would tell you how much this baby meant to her. It breaks my heart. It truly breaks my heart to just know that it don't feel like nothing's being done. Give me one moment. Let me see here. Okay, where is it? I'll do it like this. Okay, let me share my screen. This is Elena Hembry. Elena was 17 months old. It is believed there are several things that have been going around that could have happened. Like you just heard the defense saying, it's also been said that they think that the mom sold Elena. So, some people say that the mom was probably passed out or just left her. But she was left in a trap house. The mom was on drugs. Elena was beaten. And they had to make her mother take her to the hospital. Now, most moms would get in an ambulance or a helicopter and ride to Children's Hospital. This mother didn't do that. When this baby got to Tennessee Children's Hospital, she was placed on life support. And on July the 30th, she succumbed to her injuries. The things that was done to this child is unbelievable. No child should ever endure that. Elena was let down by a lot of people. She don't need to be let down by us. It has been said that child services was called. But because they couldn't find Elena, there wasn't an investigation. As you can see, Elena liked Cheetos, but not cheese puffs. Elena liked pancakes. Elena liked to go for little walks with her Mimi, Carol, who has been on my channel several times, who till this day is still grieving the loss of this child. Although this child was not blood related to her in every way, she was a grandchild to her. Until I talked to Carol, I wondered who loved this baby. But like many creators that have said things, I had to take it back. I had to let everybody know that, yes, I have found someone that cared for this child. And along the way, I saw other people that did too. Elena's aunt showed up at a Christmas parade that I held for her. And on February the 20th, which was Elena's birthday of this year, the mayor announced February the 20th as Elena Hembry Day. And although those are great gestures, none of that will bring this baby back. So if I could beg for anything at all, it would be law enforcement, do your job. Commonwealth, do your job. It may take you a couple years to even get this case, but do it right. Don't rush it. I just heard you all talking in a courtroom how you could do a murder case in 2 days. That's where you failed my uncle. You did 2 of his trials in 1 year. And nobody served time for his murder. Okay, just a second. Okay, I'm going to go back to the chat and look, because you all know that when I'm doing a live, if I look at the chat, I will most definitely. Yes, you can, Chris. I'll get distracted. Okay, Crystal, you give that baby the attention she deserves. Thank you. Remain calm. And I appreciate every time that you've covered her. You have done her justice, honey. You've not just talked about her one time and then just moved on. But likewise, you haven't been on there talking every single day about a case that don't have an update. So I appreciate you. May I please name the 2 cases I'm referring to? Yes, was you wanting a link or was you wanting to put it in chat? If you all don't care, put some hearts in chat for Elena Hembry. She deserves justice. Okay. I love you too. I haven't heard much about this case right here. I also think Breonna Taylor's case is the other one. I think there is several cases that have majorly been, the ball's been dropped. Absolutely. For instance, and I'll show you all. This, and I'm scrolling kind of fast, y'all. Let me know if you can see my screen. This right here, in my opinion, is proof of how the system can fail. These records right here is my uncle's. And like I said, I am scrolling fairly fast. Is this the, just a second. Okay. Yeah, I think this is it. Just a second. This is for a second case. And then this is where he was released. Don't want that to happen in Lena's case. At all. This was 2 days after the second trial. Order for a destruction of the weapon. This was his personal belongings when he's bailed out. Want to see what's in it? That's another case, though. But it is proof of how they can drop the ball. Thank you, Chris. Thanks. Yeah, I don't think so either, Flies. Yeah, and that's not fair either. Yeah, Chris. If you all don't care, Flies, do you care to drop Remain Calm's channel in here? Chris, do you have a channel? If you do, Flies, drop his also. Well, I'm going to call this a stream, but you all share the information about Elena. Now, I'm not saying put accusations and theories and all that, because that child has had enough of that on Facebook. But let's keep her name out there. Let's let the Commonwealth, Kentucky State Police, the Middlesboro Police Department know that we're not forgetting. We're going to be here. We want justice for this kid. Well, I think you need to make one. Because you're very passionate about these cases, and I appreciate that. Thank you, Flies. Thank you so much. Just remember, you all, it takes zero effort to be a good human being. I am going to be doing episodes over my uncle's case. I just want me and Michelle to be able to sit down and look at it and stuff and get it the way I want it, to be able to put the information out there and to where it can be digested and people understand it. But we will be doing that. And we're also going to be going over the redhead murders. We're just waiting on some FOIAs on that one. But we will be starting on my uncle's case very soon. Till next time, I love you all. And like I said, it takes zero effort to be a good human being. You got to actually try to be a bad one.